Before coming to Thailand, healthcare was one of our biggest fears. We honestly did not know what to expect.
Today, we want to share our experiences getting our annual examinations done in Bangkok, Thailand.
Hi, we are Sean and Tina. We retired early, sold almost everything, and now traveling the world full time. We will show you how you can live abroad comfortably on $2,500 a month with real budgets, tips, and destinations that can make retirement affordable and exciting. So, hit that subscribe button and see how you can retire sooner, travel longer, and live more. We would like to welcome everyone back to our channel. If you are new here, we want to welcome you, and to our current subscribers, we want to welcome you back as well.
I'm Sean, and I'm 59 years old.
And I'm Tina, and I am 54 years old. We both retired in March of 2025 to slow travel the world.
Leaving the U.S. healthcare system felt risky. Healthcare was one of our top concerns about slow traveling abroad.
We had fear for the quality of care. We've never had anything done like this out of the country.
And then there was the language barrier. We weren't sure how that was going to affect any type of care or services that we were going to have.
And also the cost without U.S. insurance.
As Americans, I think we all wonder, what if something goes wrong if we're overseas with our health?
All right, good morning, guys. So we had promised that while we were here in Bangkok, we were going to test out the medical services. So this morning, we're at Bumrungrad International Hospital. Tina and I both are going to have regular health screening, which is going to include blood work and some other tests that you would normally get in the United States as a physical. So hopefully this information will be helpful to you. We're going to go through the process and let you know how it turns out.
This was our first real interaction with healthcare in Thailand, so we really didn't know what to expect. So Tina's going to start out and share her experience first.
When we arrived at the hospital, we checked in at the counter. We had not chosen. First, I want to start off by, let me back up a little bit. Let me start off by saying how we made our appointments.
Yeah.
We had went in a day prior to, and we checked in at the counter. They took our information. They asked for our name, just your general information, address. They wanted all of this information so they could get us registered. The one thing they did give us, though, was some little identification cards.
Yes, that's correct.
Which had our ID number on there that they had assigned for us.
Yeah.
And they also gave us a sheet that had a list of all the procedures that we could choose from.
Right.
So Sean and I both took those sheets back to our accommodations, looked over those, and to decide on what we wanted to do. After we decided on that, we went to the app. We downloaded the app, and we were able to make our appointment through the app of the hospital.
Yeah.
And from there, we used the identification number that they gave us on our little cards.
Yeah, and just, Tina forgot to mention this, but the options that we had for the procedures we wanted to have done, it was at least, I want to say, 10 different options of the type of health screening that you could get. And obviously it ranged in cost and the extent of the testing that was going to be done.
During the process of making our appointments, we did have the option to choose a first appointment and a second appointment.
Right.
After we did those, we then received an email back verifying our appointment time, and it was actually that same day.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did get an email back, like I said, confirming that appointment, so we were set to go.
Yeah, one thing I will add is when we registered, I think it was on a Thursday, we actually could have had our appointment that same day. We opted to schedule it the next day, but I just want to let you guys know that that's kind of the type of service that they offered here. We went in and could have seen doctors the very same day that we actually walked in the door.
On the next day, we had our appointments for the next morning, and we went to the check-in counter. From there, they verified the procedures that we wanted to have done.
Yeah.
Once they got all of that settled, they then printed out our little wristbands that had our names on those, along with our date of birth, just your information with a barcode. Pretty similar to what we get at home in the U.S.
Yeah.
So they did attach those to us, to our arms. From there, we went to the cashier. You do have to pay before your procedure, but the one thing about this is you know what your cost of your procedure is up front.
Right.
And we like that. The cashier accepted our payment. They do take credit cards, they take cash, so that's always a good option there. They also folded our receipts, put them in a nice little sealed up envelope.
Yeah.
And they also gave us little buzzing monitors.
Yeah, it was like when you go to a restaurant, it gives you like a beeper type thing with a number on it, and basically what they use that to do is to notify you when it's time, when it's your turn for the next test.
So we did all of that. Once we did that, we proceeded on to the waiting area.
Yeah, and one thing I will add here is all the people that we're interacting with during this process, everyone speaks English.
They're also very private when they're speaking with you. They scanned our name badges before every procedure that they did. They wanted to make sure your name, they called your name out.
And your date of birth.
Yes, and your date of birth, to make sure everything matched before scanning your barcode. My personal experience with the doctor when I met with her was that she explained everything to me. We went over all of my information, any past history that she needed to be aware of. We discussed that as well. That was my experience at the doctor's office, so now we're going to let Sean explain how his experience went.
Yeah, I mean, basically it was similar to Tina's, getting everything set up and starting to go through each test. And it was just generally the first process was, drawing blood. They did do a brief, really basic eye exam, height and weight, just the usual test. And then we had I had a chest x-ray done. And I think for the most part from the examination standpoint, that was everything. I think the blood work was the biggest procedure that we really needed to get, so we could get those numbers. But it was very, very easy process, very organized. How they move you from one station to the next. I think overall we were I think impressed by what happened and pleased with how everything went.
In addition to what Sean had done, I also had my pelvic exam performed.
Yeah, and so once the testing, the actual testing was completed, they escorted us to a waiting area, and we had received in our little packet when we arrived complimentary cards for a snack, because we were asked to arrive fasted, so we hadn't eaten anything prior to our appointment. So they gave us these cards and escorted us to an area where we were allowed to get us a little snack before we saw the doctor to review our results.
It was a great little lunch. They had finger sandwiches, fruit and soups, coffee. They always tend to go a little bit overboard to kind of make you feel comfortable. We really appreciated that because we don't get this at home. I've been going to my current doctor for over 30 years, and after blood work has been done and you still have to sit there and wait, you know, you're starving. So this was a nice little
Perk.
surprise
Yeah.
for us, and we really appreciated that.
Yeah. And so once we finished our breakfast, they gave us the option. We could have seen doctors individually, or they gave us the option to see the physician together. So we chose to see the physician together, and what we did was we were escorted to another private room with the physician and a helper. She reviewed our results, our blood work results, all the other examinations that we had gone through, and then she did a final, actual examination, where she's checking everything like we're accustomed to at home.
Yes, very one-on-one process, very
Yeah.
thorough with her, and a lot of small talk, which was very warming and welcoming.
Yeah, and obviously she spoke very good English.
Very good
Yeah,
English.
so that was not an issue. But I think overall, the whole process from start to finish was smooth.
Based on my results from my chest x-ray, there was something there that the doctor recommended
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
that I look into a little bit farther. She wasn't really sure because that wasn't her specialty, so she did refer me to a
Pulmonary specialist.
pulmonary specialist,
Yeah.
which is a lung doctor.
Yeah.
So from there, after we wrapped up everything with her, we went back to the counter, and the lady made me an appointment to see that doctor. They didn't have anything available that day, which was okay for us.
Right.
We came back the following day. I did have an appointment for that, and we came in, and that went well also. They reviewed the documents and just basically wanted me to follow up maybe in 3 months,
Right.
just to make sure everything was okay. So we were very pleased with the whole process of that.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to have a question about
Yeah.
this because she said follow up in 3 months, and obviously we won't be here in 3 months. So we did share with her that we travel full time, and so what she did was when they emailed our results, she sent a copy of the chest x-ray to Tina so Tina would have it in her possession. And so when we're in our next destination where we're going to be seeing another doctor, we'll have that information so that physician can look at the x-ray and make a comparison.
And also another thing we want to point out, the doctor that I saw the next day was actually a specialist, and if we were at home in the U.S., we would not be able to see a doctor the next day. I just want to point that out, how everything is just so convenient here at the hospital.
Right. Now there was an additional fee, obviously, for her services, so we did pay that separate. But at the end of the video, we're going to share the cost of everything, so you'll have an idea of what that costs.
Yes.
There is one more thing I forgot that we were tested for. They also took a urine sample from both of us and a stool sample from both of us. So those are the two additional things in addition to the blood work at the chest ray and all the other exams that were done.
I know a lot of you all are wondering, how does this compare to the U.S.? And also, what surprised us the most?
Yeah, and so the first thing I would say was the short wait time. Obviously, we're all aware of how difficult it is to get appointments and the time frame that it normally takes to do that. So the fact that we were able to literally walk in off the street on a Thursday and have appointments for Friday was what I think shocked us probably more than anything.
Yeah, and our appointment times.
Yeah.
How long it took us, the process.
Right. In fact, in the sheet that they gave us that listed out all the options for the different screenings that were available, it also listed the amount of time that it would take to do it. And I kid you not, the screening that we took, it was a 2-hour window. We were finished in exactly 2 hours.
And very respectful with their care. They're very thorough, very private, and I may have mentioned that before. their main concern is to make sure that you are taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know another question for the viewers is, how did the cost compare there versus the United States? So for me, the process that I had done, the cost was 7,000 Thai baht, which is 223 US dollars.
And for me, I had the same health screening as Sean, but mine also included my annual pelvic exam, and that came to 10,500 Thai baht, which is 335 US dollars.
Yep. And then what about the specialist?
And the specialist was 2,485 baht, which
Okay.
is 80 US dollars. And that, it just blows my mind that also included getting a copy of my chest x-ray emailed to me. And also on all of this, we had the option to have our results emailed to us,
Right.
and also if we wanted to pick up as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and also, because we made our appointment through the app, we can go and see our results on the app, just like most of us probably do at home. So you do have that available, because a lot of our viewers have been asking us, how do we keep up with our medical records? And you know, everybody's going electronic now. So we have all of our medical records, both from the United States and now from Thailand, electronically. So it's on our phones.
Another thing I want to point out, the test results, we did get the majority of those before we left with our consultation with the doctor.
Right, that's right.
They did give us a 2-day. They said it would be Thursday, but that was including my culture exam from my
pelvic exam.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and we also, the urine and the stool samples also had those results too.
That's correct. So we have all of that information right on our app.
Right. And so the total cost for an annual examination for the two of us
And my physician
and her
specialist.
specialist was 19,985 Thai baht, which came to 638 US dollars. At the beginning of the video, you know, we expressed that we did have some fear or some slight anxiety about healthcare in Thailand. So I think what we learned from this experience is that really there was no need to fear anything. I mean, everything went smooth. You know, all of the things that we were concerned about, the cost without health insurance, I mean, that really wasn't a major factor. The language barrier, I feel like, you know, everyone spoke English, so there was really no issue there. And then just the quality of care, you know, those were the three things that we were concerned about, you know, prior to the test. And I think we answered all three of those questions with a 2 thumbs up.
I also want to point out their customer service skills were amazing. We crossed paths with several customer service reps, doctors,
Yeah.
nurses, even the cashier, and everyone was so pleasant.
Yeah.
And just thanking us and just seeing if we needed anything else. So, you know, our confidence level now is a thumbs up, like Sean said. It's very good.
Facts. Okay, so what you guys as Americans should know before coming to Thailand and, you know, considering healthcare. I think the first thing is you don't need to be fearless. You just need to be informed. You know, hopefully this information that we share today will lead you down the path of, you know, doing your own research and understanding whether this is something you want to do. And then what we would also do is do something similar to what we did. Start with a routine exam, you know, to kind of dip your toe in the water, you know, to see how the experience will be for you.
Ask questions. You know, the hospital staff, they're used to foreigners, and as Sean said, they speak English, so don't be afraid, you know, to ask them any questions you may have.
Yeah.
And also, cost. Don't ever be alarmed by cost, because they're going to make sure that you are aware of what your treatment
Yeah.
will cost prior to even scheduling your appointment.
Right.
So, and you'll pay for that, you know, ahead of time. So all of those fears there, you can just leave those in the rearview mirror.
Right. We came to Thailand nervous about our healthcare options, but we will definitely be leaving confident knowing that there are many options available at a very reasonable cost. If healthcare worries are holding you back from traveling or retiring abroad, drop your questions in the comments. We'll be happy to help.
And in today's video, if you found this information helpful that we shared with you today about our healthcare experience, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We know we're getting a lot of viewers, but I need you to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
This will give you notification of when we upload new videos, so you won't forget, hey, Sean and Tina has a new video out there. So don't forget to subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
And thank you all
Thanks
for
for
watching, and we will see you in the next one.